Hello viewers, Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. I just want to thank you before I start. My usual welcome wherever you are in the world when you're watching. A huge hello, a huge shout out to you. Thank you for joining me. I've got a Q&A session lined up for today because I've just had so many questions and I will try and answer some of those. I should say that here in Australia it is what is known as the Easter long weekend here. For those who celebrate this as a very special time, there are others who tend to want to get away and make the most of the public holidays. Here, if you stay at home, which is what we're doing, it is a time when we're together. Shops do close down on Good Friday, and for me, it's always been a very restful, replenishing type of time of the year. So the moon is now in Sagittarius. It's coming out of Scorpio. It came out on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It is in Sagittarius. Saturday, it starts to move into Capricorn for the weekend. And by the time we hit Easter Monday, we're looking at the moon moving into Aquarius. So right now we're sitting in Sagittarian energies. And of course we're moving into Aries season. So as I said, I think I said all the planets are direct. It's a time when we will often get clarity around things. It's a time when we start to if we've been dragging our heels on our goals and planning for the future, it's a time when we start to take that a little bit more seriously. Aries, of course, and they often channel that Mars energy. And Mars, of course, is the planet of action, willpower, sometimes aggression, but sometimes assertiveness. So it's moving forward and not being afraid to move forward in things. So let's take a look at the first question. I kind of tossed up whether I should read on this. It's around Biden's health. Of course, a few weeks ago he stumbled because he was trying to run upstairs. Nobody could run upstairs, but it provoked the right-wing media questioning his health because he is in his 70s. Late 70s. He's got a wonderful agenda of policy and legislation lined up. This is a person who wants to leave a very powerful legacy. He's had a long time in government to see what's needed, and he's bringing forward big infrastructure bills. He wants to, in order to pay for that, because he's just brought the pandemic assistance bill forward. He wants to see voting rights and try and taking big money out of politics. This is a huge agenda. To pay for the infrastructure bill, he wants to move that tax rate for corporations and businesses that, of course, the former guy and the Republicans brought in, moved it from 35% down to 21%. My goodness me. Of course, the Biden administration wants to move it back up to 28% and pay for that big infrastructure, which will generate so many jobs. I mean, he's copping a lot of slack, a lot of stick, I should say. Not copping a lot of slack, not getting a lot of slack, not getting even from mainstream media. But I just see an iron will here from him. That's the Scorpio. He'll push through. He doesn't care. He understands the ups and downs of political life, and he's pushing it through. He wants healing here. He can see a country that needs this kind of stimulus, this kind of help. He will push through. He will drive it through. It is the right thing to be doing. It absolutely is. I don't even remember one thing other than that big tax break for the rich that the Trump administration accomplished. Okay, so Biden's health. Let's see if we can tune into that. How is Joe Biden, the president of the US? Is he strong? Does he have any, I won't say any health issues. Everyone has health issues. How is his health? Now that card wants to come out. So we've got juggling. He's got to be careful around the, I think it was Obama said that the presidency can age people, but he has this kind of wind in his sails that I was talking about. Now's the time to accomplish these things. If he can bring it home, then he could, win a second term if that's what he wants. He's trying to establish a legacy. So Biden's health. He needs to be careful of not taking on too much. Show me Biden's health. Ace of Cups, new starts. He's buoyed. He's buoyed by what he can accomplish. He's buoyed. This is his, his energy, water energy, wanting to heal things, wanting to bring forward offers to people who haven't had an offer of help. For a long, long time. I read a tweet, I think it was Kamala Harris, that the ACA is opening up some kind of, now's the time to sign on, and that people can get some kind of health insurance for as little as $10 a month under this new deal. There's something that I read in a tweet. So there's a lot being done to help people. A lot, and that's the energy he brought with him. Now, it's not even a challenge. He's got the brightest card in the pack. I mean, these signifier cards. I asked about his health. He feels like he's 17 again, sort of thing. Like he's riding the crest of being elected, of having a mandate, of voters putting their faith in him, of people of, the black vote, people coming out, lining up for, all those hours. This is somebody who, providing he doesn't overwork, will be carried along by the ability that he has to make a difference. All right. Foundation of the reading, Jupiter, wind in his sails. This is a karmic card. These are auspicious cards here. I'll bring the laptop down. We'll do a cut down reading. Let's see a cut down Celtic cross. The past was, people not being able to see the woods for the trees. In other words, people being hoodwinked but over the last 4 years. I mean, if I had to have a card that summed up the former guy and his administration, how many times I would be a very rich person if I had $1 for every time I said illusions and delusions. This is in the past, but we've got this concrete energy here to get things accomplished. The wheel, the wheel of fortune has changed. Now, in the sky, we've got the High Priestess. So there is a lot he has in his subconscious mind. Again, that reservoir that we all have, where ideas permeate, where they come from, and wanting to bring them forward. That may be the only thing that I see that he, with the High Priestess, it is intuition, but it's also the subconscious as well. So, things need to come from the subconscious through to the conscious will and action. So he may have these huge ideas, but he won't be able to accomplish everything in his that he wants. We have the Queen of Cups here, nurturing. I'm going to pull a full Celtic cross because this is a good overview of his administration. It's all about nurturing. But this Queen of Cups can also, as can the High Priestess, can be things that may be hidden from our view. Let's keep going. The Knight of Pentacles in the here and now. Right now, his health is reliable. That's the way I'm going to interpret that. And we've got Harris here in the environment around the Queen of Wands. This is fire energy. He's being helped. He's got a lot of good women in positions of power that are actually assisting him in so many ways. This is his wife as well. Now, in the hopes and fears, it's that can we remove that residual energy of the former president? It's like, how much can I accomplish with the Republicans still being in his grip? It's actually a real fear for Biden. Now we have Judgment, bringing something to an end, and a new beginning occurring. This was in relation to his health, but these are cards that really are talking about how he's going about his presidency, and I feel like much of what he's doing is trying to wipe the mess that the former administration left. I talked about bringing that tax rate from a ridiculous 21%, back up to 28%. This is what I'm seeing in these cards. He has a real will to bring forward more equality, but he can get tired. Why? Because he overworks. Now, at the base of the pack, we have the Queen of Swords. He has to be very mindful about, and it could be, things like relating to his heart, but this is more around his stamina. He has to pace himself. He really needs to watch over work. Now, I'm just going to draw a clarifier on the Judgment card, clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. People will say, oh, his presidency will come to an end. No, the clarifying card is the Nine of Pentacles. So this is independence, freedom. It can be a sense of having everything that one needs. This is in relation to what he's trying to bring forward for the people that put their trust in him. He wants to bring people out of troubled waters and into this safer harbour, this safer shore. Show me the Judgment card. Now, something has fallen out. Let's see if I can't find it. Oh, excuse me. While I reach over and get that card. Got the Queen of Cups. Okay, so again, I'm not sure what star sign or what sun sign his wife is, but there are women. Okay. Alrighty. I know what's showing up here. This reading's not even dealing with him with his health. This is the former president. He's got, and this is, often the cards will give you the urgency. There is something coming out about the former president. The lid will be lifted on it. And this is almost like Biden's quest is to make sure that justice is done. There's something coming out about the former president. It could be coming out via his own Department of Justice. You wouldn't know it, but he does have a huge will to make sure that all of the potential breaches of the law and the wrongdoing is dealt with. So as much as he wants to move through these big bills, then he wants also to bring forward justice. Now, the only indications I can see there is if he overworks and tries to do too much. He's got a lot going on. So he needs to be mindful of that, and it could have some sort of impact on his heart area. The next question, of course, is will he see out a full term? Let's have a look if I can tune in. Will Biden see out a full term? Will he see out this full presidential term? Temperance and moderation and healing. This is a Sagittarian card, and we've got the voter. Oh, look, they just keep giving me the good cards here. I don't see anything negative. He wanted to address this abuse. I'm just really in his energy, and he really wants to right the wrongs, so to speak. But he has to be careful. So that he doesn't overwork, because that's somebody who's overworking. So, the world card, these new beginnings. But here's our juggling again. So that's huge. The temperance card is a yes. The 10 of cups is a yes. So I would say that he will finish his first term, but he really does have to be careful that he doesn't overwork and thus, self-abuse, because if you're going to push yourself like that, that falls into, self-abuse. So that would be my only concerns. He needs to pace himself and not run upstairs. All right, his infrastructure bill. I think I'll change decks now. So that was the Centennial right away. Let's move over to the Spellcasters. Let's see if his infrastructure bill, wanting to pay for it by raising that corporate tax rate to 28% from 21 to 28, will his infrastructure bill go through? I'm feeling they'll push that through, a bit like the pandemic bill. They will, because that is critical to stimulating jobs. They may do it with a simple majority. Will the infrastructure... I see that as a key legislative piece. I also see the voting rights as key legislative piece as well, centrepiece of his administration. He'll want to get those things done. Will the infrastructure bill get through Congress? Let's really get through the Senate. Yes. Yes. Challenged by, the Page of Swords, spy in the camp, the person that's not pulling their, not on the team, untruths, gossip, slander, that sort of stuff. That's what he has to deal with, I guess, every day. I get sometimes through my comments from people that think that he is the worst thing going. Trump lovers. Now we have the Devil card here, so there's a lot of toxicity in that Senate. If they knew what was good for them, they'd put country over party. We see a healing here because of this change of government, and that healing is underway. Look, he's just going to bring forward a lot of strength with this. He's not going to let it go. He's emotionally committed to it. This is his centerpiece. Yes, it will be passed. When I get the Magician card for Biden, I know he means business. So, yes, there's going to be a lot of resistance, toxicity, and particularly from corporations. We've got a healing coming forward, moving things back onto, toward more equality. Yes, I couldn't get a more powerful set of cards there. It'll be with a 51 vote. It will be with a not much of a majority, let's put it that way. So the member of Congress, Matt Gaetz, bizarre. I watched the interview with Tucker Carlson. This is a person who is throwing that many smoke screens to try and detract from the original investigation into potential human trafficking, alleged. Of course, this was having a whatever you like, with a person underage, and taking her across state borders and paying for accommodation and travel for her. So Gaetz, he's thinking about leaving the Congress to go and work at, surprise, surprise, Newsmax. Let's have a look. Well, what's going to happen? Show me what's going to happen to Matt Gaetz. It's just a diabolical, bit of conspiracy mixed up with truth, mixed up with, Matt Gaetz is, show me what his future is. The truth is going to come out. As much as he wants to hide it, it's coming out. The challenge here is the revelation. The girl herself will speak. Something coming out. This person will take the lid off the cup and reveal the truth. He's not in a very strong position. The Six of Wands as the foundation of the reading. So this is a victory here. A victory over what? Let's see. Show me the cards. We have the Six of Swords here. Moving on. Moving out of troubled waters. He's trying to achieve that victory. But he's got a hell of an investigation. This is in the sky. A hell of an investigation. This is the lawyer. He could be indicted. The Five of Pentacles in the near future, loss for him. But he does have this victory card. So I feel even though he might... the truth will come out. He will face an investigation. There is loss here. The foundation of the reading is the Six of Wands, which is the victory card. No, he's very worried. He's very worried about this. This could be a victory for the woman as well. These two future cards are pretty negative for Matt Gaetz. So I feel the truth is coming out. Doesn't matter what he tries to do to hide it. We've got the Ten of Wands. He's struggling. He's struggling. It could be... We're going to hear from the woman. And we've got the Hanged Man. So I feel that his career ultimately in Congress will be over. It does have that victory card. So, he might reinvent himself as a media person over at Newsmax, but I think his political career is over. Speaking of extreme right-wingers, let's take a look at Fox, Laura Ingraham and her, my God, I can't believe that they just debunked scientists as a political divisive strategy. I find that so ludicrous and so stupid. Do these people have brains? Let's have a look at Dominion and Fox. Now, somebody's asked me to read on the Murdochs and their empire. I'll do that in a separate reading. But let's just have a look at the Dominion billion-dollar lawsuits against Fox. What is Dominion going to have a win here? Dominion is the voting machine company that Fox so badly defamed and slandered. And it really is, if Dominion have a win, it will make media moguls think twice about allowing people like Ingram and company, Hannity, Carlson, to sprout off falsehoods and lies. Let's have a look. Will Dominion win this lawsuit? Will Dominion win this lawsuit with Fox? Will Dominion win this lawsuit with Fox? that wanted to come out. We've got the death card, endings over. This person's got a cleaver. I keep seeing that card for the Republicans. Somebody's got a cleaver. They're cutting away at something. Will Dominion win? So we've got the 10 of Wands as the signifier card. Let's see what is at the challenge. So, the former guy and his election fraud claims, pushing something uphill. You can take the metaphor whichever way you want. What was he pushing uphill? A bunch of BS. They're the signifier cards, and Fox is going to do it tough. Now, we've got the Ace of Wands here. Look, this to me is just a big stick. This is a plan, a movement, a project. Dominion won't back off. Dominion won't back off. The King of Cups is the election win for the Biden administration. There's a new sheriff in town. It's not, lawless day, Groundhog Day that we saw over the last 4 years. Dominion they really want a win here. They're really committed to this. Now, in the sky, we have the partisanship. Now, you poke the bear and it'll turn around and bite you. In this case, they're whacking a wasp's nest. This is going to open up a can of worms. It's this partisanship that can be, literally so, obstacles, challenges, trying to find their way through it. I'm talking about Fox. Let's see what's in the immediate future. We've got the 3 of Wands. So Dominion's got a good case, got a good, strong case. I like to see that card. Moderation, temperance. It could be, this could be some kind of landmark decision that will, again, moderate a little bit more. People might think twice before they tell these blatant lies that harm, denigrate business reputations. And when you do that, it costs the business money. And that's a serious thing in the eyes of the court. Now, they're going to have, this is the 4 of Cups, they're going to win, but there will be some areas that they're not going to have a win on. So this is somebody that has 1 cup presented to them, but there could be a loss on others. So I do see a win, at least on one major allegation. So we have the 4 of Pentacles in the hopes and fears. This is the loss of their business reputation, but it's also standing their ground. Queen of Pentacles, yeah, they're going to have a win and they're going to be awarded damages. Let's see what's clarifying that. 7 of Cups. They're going to have a win. Why? Because the truth was not told. They muddied the waters. And here we have the 6 of Pentacles. Somebody's going to have to pay out. That will be Fox. At the base of the pack, we've got the Ace of Cups and the Fool card. Yes, they are going to have a win. And Fox will have to go back to the drawing board with the 7 of Pentacles and look at just what they can allow their motormouth hosts to say when they're so blatantly lying and injurious to a business reputation like Dominion. They won't have the full win though, because of that 4 of Cups. All right, so is there anything else I need to do? Yes, we will take a look at the former guy. Yeah, that was the card that was upturned in that pack. Yes, there's a celebration coming for Dominion. So they are going to have a win and they will be awarded damages, and Fox will have to review everything in case this happens again. All right, the former guys, social media. platform that he's supposedly starting. I just think, again, another audio has been leaked with Georgia. He's facing racketeering charges there. I just don't see, again, the Hierophant. Yeah, he'll be before the courts. He'll be too busy before the courts to do too much damage on social media. So the former guy's social media platform, is it ever going to get off the ground? Is the former guy's social media... Yeah, his children might push it forward. Is it going to be a success? It's just going to be horrible. The Tower card, they too will be affected. But by the time everything is finished, they're going to be impacted legally as well in the civil courts, as well as in the legal system, the legal courts, or civil courts are legal. In the mainstream legal courts or legal system, they've got the Tower card. My goodness. In the challenge position, they're going to be challenged by these ongoing and multiple investigations. Yeah, so we've got the Ace of Wands here. They want a new start, but they've just got these really multiple legal issues. We've got the Jupiter, the Wheel of Fortune in the back, in the past here. It changed, They're no longer... Yeah, okay, so I was going to say they're no longer, their finances have changed. This is in the sky. They're seeking to make money out of it. I think it will be, if you want to join this, so they're looking to change their luck. If you're going to join this, then you're going to have to pay a membership here. And we've got this abuse. It's when I kind of sensed the energy of the platform, I just went, oh, goodness me. They want to show their strength, and it'll be more of the same. But here we have them walking a tightrope. This can be juggling too many legal things. It's like they can't really get a break, and it doesn't really go anywhere. Five of Cups is loss. Hands full, clarified by the Five of Pentacles. These cards are trump cards. And the Nine of Swords, which is anxiety. They hope it will bring them in the money, but I'm afraid, viewers, they will be up to their neck in the swamp with the alligators. The alligators are the legal problems, money problems that are coming their way. If you think about who and what the Trumps are now, this is a pretty good card for it. They've just got so much coming down the line at them, both in the civil courts and in the mainstream courts. So many investigations. Wow. Okay, that's the answer to that question. All right, I'll leave it there, and I'll come back after Easter. I'm going to have a good long break now, and I'll release tarot scopes sometime in the next 3 or 4 days. And if you want to see them early, they always go up on Patreon early. But if you want them, if you want to wait for them, then they will come to YouTube in the next 3 or 4 days. But that's it for me now. I'm going to clock off. I love Easter. It's my time of year where this quietness just descends, and I really take the time to rest. So everybody, you have a great weekend. For my Australian buddies, have a safe and restful Easter long weekend, and I'll be seeing you again early next week. Thanks for tuning in, and thank you everyone for your support of this channel.